morning. I'm here to tell you a story that happened to me 23 years ago in 1983, February. Behind us is the small town of Cache Creek, BC. This is the scene I saw when I came back to this world talking to God. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Today I'm going to show you some of the road between Yale, BC and Cache Creek, BC, approximately 105 miles distance. 2 hours driving time. This event happened at night. I was coming back from a trip to California, which I'd taken to get away, to have a greater faith than I had. I had become a Christian about 7 or 8 months before that, and I was struggling in my life. Before I left, I did not believe the Bible completely, but when I came back, I knew for sure it was 100% true. As I entered the tunnel at Yale, which I will show you shortly, God baptized me in the Holy Spirit, and I talked to Him in the Spirit for over 2 hours, and He drove my truck using my body, and I have really no recollection of the road. And believe me, it's one twisty road. Before in my life or after have I experienced such joy, peace, acceptance, and love as I did during that trip. This story is an absolutely true story, which I am putting down on tape so that others can hear it. If they're struggling in their lives, wondering if there's a God, an afterlife, and what He is really like, it's my intention to give a little bit of insight into what I experienced. Believe me, a supernatural experience, a $6 million experience, once in a lifetime, a gift to me from God, and now I'm going to tell you about it. Thank you for now. Now I'm going to drive down the road, show you parts of the canyon, just to show you how windy and treacherous the road can be. Thank you. we are about 20 miles south of Cache Creek. We're in the Thompson River Valley. Beautiful sunny day, February the 6th, 2006. And I'm telling you about an experience I had with God 23 years ago, which occurred at night, so driving would be a little more difficult, but I didn't do the driving, God did. And I talked to him for over 2 hours, asking him all sorts of questions. One question I remember asking him was, how did he make the rocks? And he told me I didn't need to know that right now. But in the later years, as I traveled around on my motorcycle, he showed me how the flood had shaped the world 4,600 years ago when there was a flood. It hadn't rained before then. And all these canyons we see now on Earth were all formed during the flood, shortly thereafter. And this one, the Thompson River Valley, isn't that deep, but it's a fair-sized canyon. Across the river is an old church. I'm not sure what denomination, but there's a cemetery over there, and up on this hill behind me there's another little cemetery, all native cemeteries. I'll just swing the camera around so you can have a peek. Can't see the cemetery, but it's over here to the, I guess, my left, and behind there. And up on the hill behind us is another one. You can just see the gate there. You can't really see any crosses from this angle. Okay, I'm going to get back in the car, drive down the highway a little ways. We're headed south. Around this corner there's some real tight 60-kilometer-an-hour turns. Okay, talk to you in a while. Hello, here we are again, just on the south side of Spence's Bridge. It's a small town. Kind of went downhill ever since the Coquihalla was built in 1986. We're looking south down the Thompson River Valley. After this, I'm going to put the camera in the car and just show you how windy it can get. Behind me are two cemeteries. One is for white people, one is for natives. It shows you how the thinking goes here. And just behind me to our left there is another old church. Must have been moved here. I'll just swing the camera around, show you these things. This is the native cemetery.